Good morning, everyone. Very special pranams and congratulations to Abhyasis from Bareilly and the surrounding area from Uttar Pradesh. We are in a celebration mode today because we are inaugurating brand new meditation hall in Bareilly. We had been waiting for this for a very long time. Purpose of Ashram. It's almost like a school. Talking of school, I'm also very happy that we have teachers from Silver Oak and their representatives, and glad people in pedagogical fields are also now leaning towards. They have always been spiritual, but then what we were missing is actual action. What do we do with the spiritual heritage that we have from our ancestors? Is it enough to recite slokas? You may understand the meaning of slokas. Out of 100, perhaps one person might understand. But what is its relationship, its importance in our day-to-day life? That is very sadly missing from amongst our people. Abhyasis are at a great advantage since they are able to feel what the slokas are trying to convey. But if you read the slokas and relate your own experience, then you will be able to appreciate the genius, the intellect, and the wisdom of Pujya Babuji Maharaj, that how, without reciting a single sloka, he is able to create profound states of consciousness day after day in us. Nothing is forced upon us. Whenever I have conducted individual sittings, meditation face to face with one single abhyasi, or whenever I am sitting alone and trying to transmit world over, what really happens, I would like to share that with you today. I'll try my best to explain so that once you understand how it works, maybe you'll cooperate more. For example, when there is a bandara and I'm giving a sitting, transmission is given to all equally. But does everyone benefit equally? Does everyone have the same experience? Does everyone absorb transmission to the same extent? Not at all. Out of 100, for example, maybe 10 or 20 abhyasis will absorb immediately. And when another 10 or 20% are just struggling with meditation and they reflect, why am I not experiencing something profound? They become remorseful at an individual level, perhaps. And in this state of remorse, expressing this remorse to the great master, somewhere the heart opens up and they begin to receive transmission in gusto. Minority of individuals who are not able to receive this transmission or grace, the hearts, because of whatever reason, temporary or chronic. Temporary because sometimes when you are going through some emotional turmoil. Someone has passed on in your family, or someone has failed an exam in your family, or someone is sick in your family. Sometimes we remain preoccupied with such worries, and that also diverts us from opening our heart. So, most of the time is spent in cleaning such individuals parallelly. Those who are ready to receive, deserving souls who have opened their hearts in absolute surrender, they don't need much cleaning. There is a next level where minus little bit of cleaning is required, but their own self-remorsefulness will open that up. There is another level of abhyasis. They must be cleaned, and this is sometimes the majority of us. So prior to coming for group satsangs and prior to taking individual sittings from preceptors, it would be worthwhile if you can do your own cleaning. If we want to take real advantage of group satsangs with Master, all these ashrams, why do we build ashrams? I would request world over in all our ashrams and wherever we are having group satsangs or wherever preceptors are conducting satsangs, but especially in the ashrams, it should not become just a Sunday activity or a Wednesday activity or once in a while activity. At least, I say again, at least minimum, spend your weekend in the ashram. That's why we have accommodation facility in many ashrams. Those who don't need, they have their own houses, but they can go Saturday, spend entire day, work in the ashram, do some volunteer work, read a book, contemplate, exchange ideas. And I would highly recommend have some sort of a discussion, contemplative discussion, not intellectual to prove any point, but heartfelt discussion on Babuji's literature. Start with reality at dawn. Someone from the group of 20 perhaps, group of 10 perhaps. Read a paragraph or two paragraphs and discuss this thing. Read two or three whispers in a small group and see what is trying to convey and learn from each other. Work together in ashram, create beautiful gardens. How we create beautiful gardens is also a reflection of our inner condition. How we communicate with each other in a group, hearts oozing with love, not with competition, not with jealousy, not to crush over another person, step on the person and walk and try to have your own success. That's a corporate world. But there too, in the corporate world, our abhyasis should prove themselves that they are beyond politics and they are beyond human weaknesses. If our goal is to rise above animalistic attitude to at least becoming human and wait for the angelic transformation, it's a wide, infinite journey. Can we afford to remain where we are? We must keep moving. If we want to keep moving, that means constant change in us. But who can afford to have constant change, inner change? It's, it's very difficult to adjust with everyday changes that can happen. There are many examples. In the external world, for example, They have beautiful roads, and all of a sudden they are upgraded to a next level. Trains are upgraded to the next level. Buses are upgraded to a next level. You have to get used to it. Oh, I'm not used to this. And it gives you a headache. Environmentally also. Imagine you get up in the morning and all your walls are colored instead of what you saw before you slept. But as soon as you wake up, you see all the flower painted on your walls or black walls. It's a change. You'll be shocked perhaps. Similar thing happens inside us. Fortunately, all the changes that happens within us are so beautiful, yet we are not able to adjust ourselves to these beautiful changes. It's too much for us. Though we want to evolve, though we want to go to the next level of divinization, yet we remain in our comfort zones with our habits. And that is a pathetic situation. You want to grow and you want to stay where you are. How is it possible? So, the flexibility, extreme flexibility. As Babuji says, one chingari, one spark, one should be able to become a flame, divine flame instantly. Those who are not ready, you can keep on, burning your matchsticks. Nothing will happen. So when we enter ashrams, we are entering ashrams. Why? For a transformation. Is my heart ready for transformation? I have to remind myself what is the goal of my life. Why am I meditating? Why am I pursuing a spiritual path? What is my goal? What is stopping me? How can I go beyond my weaknesses? Often, when your spouse reminds you of your weakness, we rebel instead of being thankful. Person who is really, really looking forward to constant change will welcome such criticism because something that you could not see, somebody else is saying it and is helping us. So when we look at from this perspective, different attitude, you will thank those critics. And that's why Babuji says, be thankful for miseries also. Has anyone learned anything from pleasures and romance? Because after every pleasure and romance, what follows is pain. But after every pain, there is something glorious waiting for us. And if nothing else, you will become wiser in the process. It is wiser to make use of these states that we undergo, pain. It's not that we welcome pain like our rishis used to say, let me go through more and more penances so my system gets purified, my psyche, my consciousness gets purified. No, we are not inviting any pain or miseries like those bygone days. But at least whenever it comes, let's accept it. And only when we accept the miseries and pain that we can learn something from it. When I accept, I can find a better solution how to overcome it. So let not your pain go in vain. Try to gain something out of it. Gain greater wisdom. Our ashrams, wherever we interact with the brothers and sisters, we surely will have differences, opinions, and it's most welcome. I've been busy sometimes because of my sickness. The moment watching this series called The Good Doctor, Good Doctor, it's on Netflix. And I see constant turmoil and fight between the surgeons, the residents, as well as the full-fledged surgeons in a hospital. But the beauty of these episodes, though they fight like hell because of differences of opinions based on new scientific research, somebody is much ahead, somebody's heard something somewhere, someone has read something in medical journal, and they come out with their own opinions. And it is so enriching to welcome various opinions. Though at the moment you feel that somebody or so and so is trying to oppose your views or your viewpoint, and you get disgusted, you become irritable. But at the end of it, when you see a finer advice coming from your colleague, either you become jealous or you become proud to be in the same team. Choice is yours. If you become proud to belong to such a team, it's a victory. If you become jealous, you're going down. Anyway, there's a lot to share about how to make use of our ashrams. Let them be the cleanest spots on earth. Let there be tremendous greenery all around us. I wish center in charge, zonal coordinator and regional facilitator from Bareilly area, and those who ever like to come here, please come for at least 2-3 days. Come with the master plan of your ashram and see what we can all do together. Thank you.